Vietnam is a country with thousand years of history and magnificent cultural relics with 8 UNESCO World Heritages. And one of those heritages is Dong Văn Highland, a famous location for both locals of Vietnam and tourists from all over the world. Hello guys, I'm Minh Anh and welcome to the Vietnam's Geology Project. Dong Văn is located in the north of Hà Giang province and consists of 4 districts, namely Mèo Vạc, Dong Văn, Yên Minh, Quản Bạ, taking up approximately 2,380 km squares, which is the size of 450,000 football fields. It was formed as a karst plateau around more than 400 million years ago during 2 periods of the Paleozoic era: Devonian, known as the Age of Fishes, and Permian, when the climate changed rapidly at the beginning and the end of the periods. Dong Văn also reflected 2 important events of the Earth: the Friasian and Flaminian mass extinction, dated back 360 million years ago, and the Permian Triassic mass extinction, which is 250 million years ago. Some might wonder, what is karst plateau and how does it work? So here comes the explanation. So the way that Dong Văn karst plateau works is that at first water falls as rain or snow and soaks into the soil. The water becomes weakly acidic because it reacts chemically with the carbon dioxide that occurs naturally in the atmosphere and the soil. Citation: Big History, Small World, Chapter 5, Threshold 4. This acid is named carbonic acid and is the same compound that makes carbonated beverage such as Coke and 7-Up taste fizzy. Cheers. Alright, moving on. Then it flows through cracks and joints that meets in the soil, where empty spaces are completely filled with water. This is why the soil and the rock is said to be permeable as fluid. This includes both air and water, can move through them easily. The carbonic acid in the moving groundwater dissolved to the bedrock along the surface of the joint, fractures and bedding planes, eventually forming sinkholes, springs, disappearing streams, and karst windows. So I'm going to explain about it now. Let's go. Disappearing streams are streams which disconnect abruptly by flowing or seeping into the ground, and springs are places where groundwater emerges at the surface of the earth. Sinkholes appear when the water dissolves soluble rocks, forming caves and caverns. A karst window occurs when an underground stream emerges onto surface between layers of rocks, flows on the earth's surface for some distance, and then moves back down, often into a sinkhole. Rivers in karst area may disappear underground a number of times and then spring up again in different places. In short, if the water that flows through the underlying permeable bedrock is acidic and the bedrock is soluble, then karst topography is created.
The closely linked drainage system explains why water in the karst plateau area flows in one system. This is why when one area is polluted, other areas also get contaminated. The permeability of rocks also prevent the water from being thoroughly filtered. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the accumulation of sediments, and in this particular karst plateau, limestone, a sedimentary rock consisting primarily of calcium carbonate in the form of mineral calcite, makes up 60% of the terrain. The rest are made up of other rock types such as igneous and magma rocks. Dong Văn is arranged in different height and steepness, from 100 meters to more than 2,000 meters. It is shown that 50% of the karst plateau is made up of rocky mountains, ranging in height from 700 to 1,700 meters. 40% is made up of highlands, ranging in height from 300 to 700 meters, and the 10% are made up of valleys and hills. This is why people can see a beautiful scene of the whole area in the higher regions, which take up most of the area. There was a recent finding in 2012. using a range of modern satellite technology and topographic maps, that there were a series of undiscovered sinkholes and caves in the area of Dovan Highlands. The location and shape of caves were checked and mapped in field surveys by experts from the Vietnam Institute of Geosciences and Mineral Resources and Belgian colleagues. A total of 1,261 karst sinkholes and 62 caves were identified in the studied area. Generally speaking, a huge number of people travel to see Dongvan Highland every year, with the highest amount of people reaching 1 million in 2018, according to Vietnamese newspapers. It is because of the magnificent scenery, unique culture of the native people, and also because of their research value. One item that would represent this place would be a limestone sample, as it resembles the formation of karst plateaus and also the Rocky Mountains at Dong Van. Karst plateaus are very unique topography, and Vietnam is proud to own such a special place.